That's a good question.
It tastes good. Coffee tastes really good. That's why I drink it.
Probably because I'm addicted to it. That's probably why I drink it.
How much coffee do I drink? I drink maybe 1 cup of coffee every 3 weeks or so.
I usually only drink a cup a month.
I drink 4 cups of coffee every day.
I drink about anywhere from 2 to 6 cups a day, depending on what I need to do.
Caffeine is a natural insecticide produced by the coffee plant, the tea plant, and in smaller amounts others like cocoa, the kola nut, and a wide variety of others. Again, it's a molecule quite similar to common biomolecules such as the adenosine molecule, which is the A in one of the 4 bases of DNA. So it's not that unusual a structure, it's not an unusual molecule. Why do plants such as coffee plants, tea plants, plants that make cocoa beans and other plants produce this molecule? They don't have nervous systems. It doesn't serve them any purpose. Well, the purpose it serves is to affect the nervous system of insects that are detrimental to them. And in fact, it can be toxic to the insects that might chew on a coffee or tea plant. And so they use it essentially as an insecticide. Trees that drip sap, pine trees and other trees, often do that to try to fend off insects, to make it so sticky that insects that would come eat that plant get immobilized and killed. Other plants make toxic molecules. Some of our most widespread insecticides now are developed from plant extracts, and that was their purpose in those plants, was to kill insects.
I go to Starbucks because they're everywhere. And because it's really good actually, and they have this strawberry banana thing. Anyways,
All the time I want like a snazzy drink or something, so I go to Starbucks and I get like a frappuccino or something else.
I go to Pete's coffee place because that's the only place in Davis that's close by that sells whole ground, like whole beans.
I usually go to the Coho, mostly because it's convenient. It's in the center of campus and it has a good selection of coffees.
My favorite is Trader Joe's decaf at home, and then I have the Trader Joe's instant right here under my desk. In the decaffeination process, they would like to only remove the caffeine molecules, ideally. In practice, chemically, that just can't be done. What they can do, since it's mostly caffeine, is crystallize the caffeine, since it's the main molecule, and make that pure caffeine. Take the other flavoring, and often that's put back into the coffee or the tea, or added to some other coffee or tea flavored beverage or product that they manufacture and sell. They can target it fairly carefully so that their process gets the caffeine out, maybe 90% of it. There's always a little bit left. But if there are any flavor molecules with similar chemical properties, there's no trickery which will enable you to magically leave those other molecules there and get the caffeine out. If there are flavor molecules with very different properties, they'll stay put. But they often end up with some of what they would like, and in some cases it's put back or put into other products, the flavoring part. And then they have a whole lot of pure caffeine. Well, that's what gets put into caffeinated beverages, such as many soft drinks for decades, that are not made from plants which naturally produce caffeine, or at least not very much. But people want the caffeine in there, so if you read the ingredients, you see caffeine listed as an ingredient in a lot of soft drinks, as well as other beverages. And that's been produced by decaffeination of ground up coffee beans or tea leaves. All of that purified caffeine is reused. It's not wasted. They don't throw it away. That may seem to be true. It's not nearly as addictive as a lot of other chemicals, and by many definitions it's not considered truly addictive. However, it's certainly habit forming. It's something that people get used to, and if they skip it for a day after regularly having lots, They may feel a headache or a grogginess, lack of energy, and within a couple of days that will go away. The side effects aren't so severe. It keeps people awake for a period of time. Another experience people feel is stronger energy in their muscles or a quicker ability to use their muscles. But it can be a little bit misleading, because eventually, if caffeine is preventing someone from sleeping, eventually they will be really, really exhausted. Or if they're doing more exercise than they normally would be doing, eventually they will be completely exhausted and they will need rest. It's not a substitute for sleep or nourishment and rest. It simply gives a temporary change in what the body thinks it needs.
It gives me, well, the caffeine of course gives me the boost to get my work done. Negative effect. I had too much coffee once and that wasn't fun. My heart started getting really fast, but I've learned.